Hello, and welcome to my non-spoiler review of The Mandalorian, Episode 7, The Reckoning. Before I get into this, I know yesterday or 2 days ago, something like that, was the world premiere of The Rise of Skywalker, and there are a lot of spoilers flying around on places like Twitter and other social media. I haven't seen it yet. I see it tomorrow, and I will have a non-spoiler review up Friday, and Monday afternoon, early evening, me and Andrew will have a full spoiler deep dive up for you then. The sneak peek that did release with today's episode of The Mandalorian, random action scenes, out of context, they make no sense. It's made me ask a question, few questions, but other than that, it's fine. Um, it's it just is an action scene. All right, so back to the Mandalorian. This is what I have been waiting for the last two episodes, maybe three, and I loved it. It's going to be really hard to stay non-spoiler with it, but there are a lot of things that happen here, a lot of turn of events that make you go, what? And then it's left on a cliffhanger that makes you go, there's no way that you're going to leave it like this. But they do. It's directed by Deborah Chow, and she has directed my two favorite episodes in this season, episode 3 and episode 7. She is also going to be running the Obi-Wan series, so I am super excited to see what she does with Obi-Wan. Also, side note, she was one of the X-Wing pilots in last week's episode. Little spoiler there, but so tiny, you probably won't even notice it. So this episode is the preamble. Being the penultimate episode of the season, we have set up to a major confrontation that's coming next week with Moff Gideon, who's played by John D. Esposito. He's the villain Gus from Breaking Bad. I think season 3. I think 3 or 4. I don't quite remember which. It's been a long time since I've seen the show. But anyway, it's got a lot of tension in it. It's got some sadness. It's got some action. It's the only thing this really misses is backstory on the Mandalorian. But we kind of get a little bit of it, but not enough that I'm happy with. Like I want more. I want to know more about the Mandalorian, and we bring characters back from previous episodes that I want to know more about. I still want to know more about Cara Dune, who's played by Gina Carano. I want to know more about her character. She was a shock trooper for the Rebel Alliance. I want to know what she's been through. I want to know the muck. Was she on the forest moon of Endor? Was she in the Battle of Jakku? I want to know these things. If you want to truncate this season, I don't know why this episode was like 35 minutes. You can watch this episode just after watching 1, 2, and 3. You get some gaps here, like you miss some introductions of some characters, but the central plot of what feeds into this episode is from those 3 episodes. I enjoyed it. I am super excited for the last episode, and there is not much else that I can say without spoiling it. So, without spoiling it for everyone else, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments below. Have you picked up Disney Plus yet? This is like, now that we're 1 episode away, I can say this is definitely worth at least 1 month subscription. I'm loving this series. Just kind of wish it was a little longer. Let me know. Tell me what you think of this series so far. Do you have your tickets for Rise of Skywalker? Are you as excited as I am based on the little non-spoiler snippets that I have seen on Twitter, I'm super excited. But with that said, of course, if you want next week's episode of Mandalorian in a non-spoiler form, go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe, probably ding that bell. I don't know how YouTube's algorithm works anymore. So, anyway, until next time, have a great night.